So here we are with Chris. He was at the city council meeting here at Buena Park. Now explain what happened to you, Chris, at the source. How did they treat you at the source, the security there? What happened? It's a shopping center, right?
Yeah, I was very much mistreated. They asked me to leave. A guy, security officer named Mr. Frank, he really kept mumbling. He didn't know exactly what he was doing. I kept talking to him, and that's when he kept upgrading. I told him, when can I come back? He just kept saying, like he doesn't know, you need to leave. And he just was trying to build up in anger, like he wants to attack me if, I just need to leave. So, eventually I'm like telling him when I can come back. He said he needs to talk to the big boss, and then eventually he said never, forever. And, he just like really doesn't know what he's doing. He just, trying to figure out, he's using basic principles. Like he has, his physical strength, and he's in a position.
Yeah.
I don't like this guy, and he leaves. He doesn't listen to me. Then, me and him and the two other officers who just, get on top of this guy or whatever. Handcuff him and call the cops, maybe, like what they did to Kelly Thomas.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe, he was looking forward to doing a Kelly Thomas on, on me.
Yeah.
So, after, I left, I called the police right away. And they did come out on this occasion, and, they said to go on the website and file a complaint. It's advertised there on the wall.
Yeah.
Because I met them at the bus stop, and then I called them, but I'm having a hard time getting on the website. Need to really get on the website. I emailed them and I called the numbers, but they didn't return my calls. So I was thinking maybe file a lawsuit because they're violating my civil rights. They're doing discrimination and they're doing prejudice, and I'm just trying to find out exactly how to deal with a situation like this. I've heard stories in which there was homeless people who had coupons for free coffee, and the guy who had those coupons, he didn't want to honor it because he felt these are not the kind of customers. And then they I guess they got legal aid and got an attorney, and they win a huge settlement because the judge said that just because the homeless people were able to find them, they got them wherever, they got them in the trash on the floor. That doesn't excuse a store owner from not honoring the promotion. You can't just like choose, okay, well, if this guy, driving a Mercedes, I'll give him a business, I'll honor a free cup. But if somebody comes in here and he just looks all like poor, homeless, I'll just tell him to leave, don't come back. It's just the law doesn't, it work like that. You got to be fair to everyone.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
If you have $5 billion, you can't, disregard the law. It applies to everyone. Otherwise, it'd be, you'd have people all walking the streets with signs saying change the law. It's not right. Once you have like millions of dollars, suddenly you don't have to follow the law. And so the source in Buena Park is located on Beach in Orange. They're taking a lot of land up. So it's like, well, homeless people have to go, or you got to go somewhere far to and so that's it's not right. And so that's where lawsuits come in. But I guess they like to pick on people that they don't think a lawsuit will come towards them because lawsuits are complicated. But like there's places like you said, legal aid, and if those kind of people get to take a case, then that's what happened with that donut shop situation. I think that was in Santa Ana. I think in Santa Ana, California. So but it's just a terrible feeling. Imagine if I owned like a store, a burger store, and I put a sign saying I only wanted to serve certain people. They had this, they used to do this in the 50s, and then Martin Luther King, he did civil rights, because they used to say, no colored people or no Native Americans, I think in Arizona, and in the movie Billy Jack, they used to discriminate against Native Americans, and then, there's a lot of stories, segregation. They used to even say colored bathrooms, colored drinking fountains. So, they're doing it still. And, I'm not like African American, but still, I feel the way they, African Americans.
Same feeling.
They're a terrible feeling. If they do it to the homeless people, it's they get the same feeling that when Rosa Parks, she didn't want to give up her seat back in the 50s, and Martin Luther King, you know, was marching, and in the 90s, Civil Rights Act of 1968.
Yeah.
But
so did the police? Wasn't the police that bothered you? It was just the security guard, right?
No. The police they just came out for the case. There's a case number. The security officer. So, you know, I went to the restroom and they keep banging on it, and there were the cleaning ladies out there. The security guard is waiting out there, and then when I leave, he's like looking at me, and then, you know, I just like had a bad feeling about this guy, and he's like following me all over, watching me go up the elevator. And the past, you know, they said you can go to the office, but they have a problem, you know, at the source. It's that they have different sections, and then the real problem they have is like when they have the offices, they don't have like any kind of direction, and they like to pick on people there. It's like it's complicated, and they just like to you know to
discriminate.
They don't have any way, you know, to figure out what to do with people there, and they use it as a way to get rid of people. It's like, you know, if people go to a shopping center like a mall, you see a security guard following you around trying to kick you out, and he kicks you out, you know, what do you do? You know, and so they don't have any supervision, you know, for these security people at the stores. They don't have management access or anything. You can't, like, you know, hey, well, I'm just going to talk to the people in charge, and this guy, you know, he could lose his job. You know, it's not like that. It gives them the green light, you know, like as if there was prison corruption. You know, they're mistreating the prisoners. You know, and you know, there's a huge Korean presence over there, and so it's kind of suggestive a little bit that maybe they're doing racism or something. But there's a lot of stores that have a lot of Korean writing, and you know, in Westminster, California, there's a lot of stores that are Vietnamese. But see, the thing is that if they fail to follow the law, then that's when the law will come in. So if you go to Westminster, Little Saigon, and then they start telling, well, you're black, you don't belong here, then, you know, those black people could win a lawsuit, and then those people won't be in business. But those black people who are picked on, they're going to be wealthy, because you know, that's the burden of owning a business, is that you have to be fair. And in a place like the Source, like that, to mistreat people like that, kick them out, that's you know, whoever owns that doesn't have very much intelligence. They might have been very smart, resourceful in building the Source, the Hilton, and you know, the Hilton, I should contact the Hilton about this too, but they're careless and stupid when it comes to civil rights and how to treat people, because, you know, they keep doing this. I'm sure they can face lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit, you know, and you know, there's legal aid and all that kind of stuff. You know, like I said, if you own a donut store and you do racism, you can get sued. If you own an entire shopping center as big as the Source and hotels and you do racism, you can be, you know, you can be sued. It's just like the law it doesn't give immunity for people with huge net wealth. So well, my name is Chris Candelaria.
Thank you, Chris.
And, in case you need to contact me, I can give you my phone number. It's 714-548-2196, 714-548-2196. And I was trying to find an attorney or legal aid who could take the case. So Chris Candelaria, 714-548-2196. And if anybody else has been kicked out of the Source, then, you know, we could do a class action lawsuit against this, and you know, get this, you know, because we could get like a court order that they have to sell this to a different owner, because you have to be just and obey the law, and you be nice to people and not discriminate. Otherwise, you know, the court can rule that you got to sell this to a different owner. I mean, if I own the Source and I'm directing all my security to oust people, you know, it's going to be like strong evidence, and you know, the court order will say the city revoked my business license. Said you sell it to someone who obeys the law and doesn't discriminate. You know, can't be like kicking all these people out. You know, this is, you know, evidence. You know, if there's 10,000 people like me who are complaining, you know, it's going to win the jury's favor in a civil lawsuit.
Thank you, Chris.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay.
So there you have it, folks. So please pray for Chris. Pray he gets the legal protection he needs, as well as all the other homeless. But, you know, I don't know if the owner has anything to do with it. It might have just been that security guard, but maybe the security guard was just doing what the owner told him. I don't know. But thanks for your prayers and support. Do join Homeless Advocates for Christ on Facebook. Share the video, like, subscribe, and pray we can continue to fight the good fight out here and make a difference in Buena Park and every other city in the area. A lot of work to do. Thanks so much. May God bless you as you seek first His kingdom always. Bye-bye.